What's up, Buckeye fans? James Schiano here, ready to tell you about your third-ranked Buckeyes heading into Bloomington, Indiana this weekend for the Big Ten Wrestling Tournament. If you don't know much about wrestling, the Big Ten is wrestling. Just to give you a sense of the conference dominance, Rutgers is the 20th ranked team in the country, while they're 9th in the Big Ten. Additionally, OSU's 125-pound freshman Jose Rodriguez is 17th in the country, but he's the lowest seed among the 125-pounders heading into the tournament. Now, Penn State is absolutely the odds-on favorite to bring home the title after completing an undefeated dual meet season with little competition. They were barely tested this entire season, with their closest match being a 13-point margin. Which is crazy to think about because they had very tough road matches here at the Schottenstein Arena, at Nebraska, at Wisconsin, at Iowa, at Minnesota, at Oklahoma State, all of which they won with ease. Oklahoma State was also defeated heading into their dual meet with Penn State. After three kind of testy first matches, it didn't look like Penn State was in great shape, but they won their last 7 bouts to take home a very simple dual meet regular season title over Oklahoma State. The exciting afternoon was capped off by 184-pounder Bo Nichols' impressive 20-second pin. Pins are very rare in college wrestling, and to pin somebody in 20 seconds is absolute domination. You never ever see that. Now, with all the momentum heading into the tournament, Penn State is definitely the favorite. They have a top 4 ranked wrestler in 9 out of 10 weight classes. Compare that to us, who we're 3rd in the country compared to their 1st. We have a top 4 wrestler in 5 out of 10 counties, which is pretty good, but that shows the absolute disparity between us and Penn State and how good they really are. You could have seen that further if you were at the Shot on February 3rd, as they absolutely dismantled us 32-3 in front of a record crowd of 15,000 people. Now, it's going to take nothing short of a miracle for us to upend Penn State, but here's 5 things that I think can happen which can help us secure the glory. First off, the very talented 125-pounder Nick Soriano from New Jersey is questionable with an ankle injury for Penn State. He'll probably suit up, but there's a chance he's not, and if he does suit up, there's a chance he's not going to be 100%. With him not active, number 1 ranked Iowa senior Thomas Gilman is absolutely going to win that weight class. You can book that. That's the Schiano guarantee. Now, if Soriano wrestles and he's healthy, he could really take him down because in their last meeting, it was a very tight 3-2 decision, and it could have gone either way in the last period. Soriano's talented, Gilman's got the experience, but that can go either way if Soriano's healthy, and we need those points to go to Iowa and not Penn State. Secondly, our top dogs have to perform. Number 1 ranked Nathan Tomasello, number 1 ranked Kyle Schneider, and number 1 ranked Bo Jordan have to bring home the glory and get the points Ohio State needs to give Penn State a run for their money. Tomasello and Schneider should be fine, but Bo Jordan has battled injuries this season, and you gotta hope that he really steps up and finds his groove in the Big Ten tournament. Thirdly, Colin Moore, our 197-pounder, must find a way to beat Brett Favre of Minnesota. They've wrestled twice this year, and twice Favre has beaten Moore in very close matches. If Moore can get over that hump, we could be looking at a huge swing in the 197-pound division. Fourthly, Anthony Ashnall of Rutgers has to beat Jimmy Gulabon of Penn State in the 141-pound division. Any points that can be taken away from Penn State are huge, and Ashnall has already defeated Gulabon this year. So if he can keep that momentum going and secure the victory for Rutgers, those are valuable points that Penn State will not get. Lastly, the real difference maker, in my opinion, in the tournament is our Miles Martin. He's got to get his mojo back after an up-and-down season, which is surprising because as a true freshman, he won the national championship last year, the first true freshman in Ohio State history to bring home an NCAA championship. And in that NCAA championship fight, he beat the very talented Bo Nichols of Penn State, who I referenced before, that very quick pin. So, if he can beat Nichols and keep him off the board, get those first-place points for Ohio State, that can make or break the entire tournament. To conclude, my prediction, it's just as an educated fan of the sport, it's got to be Penn State. They have too much momentum and they're too talented to really lose, in my opinion. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State found some magic and brought it home.